Hi all. Well, I dyed and straightened my hair. What do you think? I didn't want it to have red in it. It was supposed to be just medium brown, but it's got red in it. I don't really like myself in red hair, but too late now. Feels really soft, feels nice. And I got that big thing from Temu, was kind of brush and blow dry at the same time. You kind of like that, and while I was drying it, and it straightened it out quite a bit, got rid of a lot of the frizz. So what do you think? I don't know. So what else is going on? Not a lot. I took the boys, well, my friend came over with her dog, and she's the one that dyed my hair for me so I could get the gray up underneath better. And she showed me how to use the straightener thingy because she's got one and I've never used one before, so she's the one that kind of did this. Hopefully I can recreate it myself. Then we took her dog, Maverick, who's a border collie, and the boy, Haku, out and took him for a little walk, and a bicyclist went by and I wasn't sure how Haku'd react. He paused for a minute and he's like, "What the heck is that?" And then he's like, at it once he figured out there was a guy on it. Silly boy, he needs to, I don't know. So I got a letter from my insurance guy because my car insurance is due, and he's like, "Well, prices in the industry went up. Why don't you come over and let's see if we can, or I'll come over there, whichever, and see if what we can do about, reducing your costs a little on your car and on your home." So that was nice. I mean, he could have just renewed it and, had me renew it at the higher price and just left it at that. But he didn't. It's hard. It's Monday. I didn't do Mass Monday because, what was I doing first thing this morning? Oh, I was still in bed when my friend called me and said, I went out to an early breakfast and I'm on my way over to dye your hair. And I'm like, oh, better get up. So I didn't do Mass Monday. We dyed my hair and blow dried it and everything instead. If I had a facelift, I wouldn't have double chin. There we go. That's what I'd look like. Oh, wait a minute, get this too. There we go. Now I'm like 20 years younger. My ex-mother-in-law got a facelift, and I always thought that was kind of vain, but now they got this going on and all of this going on. I'm like, well, maybe she had the right idea. She's gone. She passed a long time ago, but I always wanted to be her when I grew up. Well, part of her. She was kind of a bigot and stuff. I didn't like that part of her, but she traveled all over. She worked for the Secret Service, which is kind of a cool thing for your mother-in-law to do. And then when she retired, her and her husband were going to be travel agents together, and they took the classes and all that to be travel agents, and then he passed away before they could travel together, but she didn't let that stop her. She went all over the world as a travel agent and leading tours or scoping out new places for people to travel to or whatever. So she went to Australia and Asia and Europe and all over the place. And she danced until she was in her 90s and sailboated till she was in her 80s, so she's one of those ones you want to be her when you grow up. She finally ended up with Alzheimer's, but she was pretty old when it onset. She was in her late 80s, so it was pretty late onset of it. And then she broke a hip, and I don't know, with really older people, not maybe my age, but ones that get up there, it seems like anytime they break a hip, they just and die relatively soon after that, which is what happened to her. But it's pretty cool having a Secret Service agent for your mother-in-law. She wasn't a Secret Service agent. She worked for the Secret Service. She was a office manager, but later on she kind of climbed up in the chain of things, and After Robert Kennedy was assassinated as a candidate, presidential candidate, Secret Service started covering viable presidential candidates. They don't cover all of the ones that, you know, Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, ones that have no chance of winning, but the viable ones, they have a Secret Service detail now while they're running for president. So she's the one that coordinated. She wouldn't go to Washington, D.C. for pretty much from now till, or, you know, from the primaries through the election. So she would have been working in D.C. this time period. And she coordinated all that, which was quite the chore when there's as many candidates running around as there are. So I kind of like my smoother hair. Hopefully I can figure it out how to do it myself. Because you know me, I usually have bush hair. And this is my haircut with the layers that she did. It's kind of curving forward and bugging me, but I guess I could always tuck it behind my ear. It still doesn't look too bad. Not too bad. But that looks better. It just does this. I'll have to figure out how to make it kind of go that way so it doesn't get in my mouth. Alrighty, well, don't have a lot to say. Just wanted to show you my hair basically, see what you think. I have a Stitch Fix coming. It's coming April 2nd, which is not this coming Tuesday, but the one after that. So about a week. I just got the little, you know, pick, and I told them I wanted summer tops, and so they gave me 3 pairs of pants in the in the preview, because they send you like about 8 to pick from. And I'm like, seriously? I said I didn't want pants, so I didn't even look at the jeans. There's a pair of shorts that I liked okay, so I picked those, and then a sleeveless blouse and 2 short sleeve blouses. And then the 5th piece, we'll let them pick another one, because I didn't like any of the others. And I don't know, I told them I wanted cheap stuff, and they kept it mostly in the under $40 range. I think the shorts were more, but the tops were a little cheaper than Stitch Fix usually is. One of them was only $28, which for Stitch Fix is pretty cheap. I think there was a couple of them in the $35-ish range. So I don't know, we'll see. When it gets here, we'll try it all on for you. And I contacted Wee Blessings because they stopped sending me again. And what happens is if you don't pick anything for 2 boxes in a row, they'll quit sending you stuff. And so I contacted their people and said, I still want boxes, but the reason I didn't buy this time was basically on you. You didn't send me the right size. They sent me 1Xs, not 1Xs, they sent me extra large, which is not the same as a 1X, it's smaller. So none of them fit. Somebody must be out there. Well, I'm gonna go shut up the boy, and I will talk to you again soon. Love y'all, bye-bye.